All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? What is good with y'all? We are here back again with another video, and we got ourselves a good old reaction video again by that man Ball Culture. Um, first of all, you know, go sub to this man Ball Culture. I'm already subbed to him anyway. So we got the craziest butterfly effects in football. We all know how butterfly effects are, man. If something happened and this didn't happen, then we all know how butterfly effects work, man. But hey, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys sub to the channel. We just gonna be trying to punch out as much consistency as possible. So you get back into the swing of things. And also too, if you guys want to come in and pull up to the live streams, I'm live on Twitch every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But sometimes I'll throw in, some other weekdays as well, just if I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get some more streaming in. So yeah, with that being said, let's just get right in the video.
The butterfly effect, put simply, is the idea that small, seemingly trivial events may ultimately result in something with much larger consequences. The classic
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
That a butterfly flapping its wings could potentially lead to a tornado halfway across the world.
Right.
Football has some great examples of this as well, like when an erupting volcano in Iceland led to Robert Lewandowski joining Borussia Dortmund instead of Blackburn Rovers. But nothing.
Hold on. Okay, that's weird. I mean, if Lewandowski was linked to Blackburn Rovers, that's wild. That's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy.
To the insane series of events that led to Leicester City winning the Premier League in 2016.
Oh, yo.
I think there's no doubt that is the greatest achievement, I think, in the history of our game for what Leicester have done.
Because I remember that. I'm not gonna lie.
It was beyond a miracle. Pre-season odds had them at 5.
Wow. Preseason odds were at 5,000 to 1. And then October 1,001, 200 to 1, 50 to 1, 20 to 1, 25 to 1, 7 to 4, 1 and 3, 1 and 25.
5,000 to 1.
Wow.
Giving them a 0.02% chance of ending the season as
Oh,
champions.
that's
but
crazy.
Some way, all the puzzle pieces came together at the exact right time.
They pulled the Doctor Strange. So somebody was in there, pulled the Doctor Strange.
Their fairy tale wouldn't have happened. So let's take a look at the key events that made the fairy tale.
That man, N'Golo Kante, bro. N'Golo Kante, the most goated CDM / center midfield. That man, outside, like not just from a FIFA video game standpoint, from a all around ball player. He was such a solid CDM, bro.
An event that altered the timeline.
So solid.
City. Back in 2013, in the Championship playoff final against Watford, Leicester lost the game 3-1 and 3-2 on aggregate, meaning they were held back in the Championship for another season before winning promotion.
I do remember that.
But that game was Leicester's to lose, having been awarded a penalty in stoppage time after Anthony Knockaert took a tumble. The usual penalty taker was Chris Wood, but he was on the bench at the time, having been subbed off for Harry Kane, future all-time top scorer for England, but not subbed off for...
This man, Harry Kane, used to play for... I didn't know that. I did not know that. I learned something new now. Crazy.
Future all-time top scorer for England.
Imagine.
Dang. What happened next was straight out of a movie.
And then they get the penalty, obviously, in the 90s.
That's the whole Troy Deeney shit. Okay. Wow. Because the biggest thing that that always plays, or like the clips that always I end up seeing in a lot of like clutch game moments or comeback moments for football in general is Watford Leicester City, the Troy Deeney Watford Leicester City Troy Deeney clutch goal.
Third minute or whatever it is.
Never a pen though, was it?
I love Andy. He's a diver little.
Leicester City have a penalty kick in the 6 minutes of injury time in the second leg to go ahead. Here we go. It's a fantastic save. Oh, it's a brilliant
and that double save. And they got kicked out.
Save. The initial penalty from Knockaert was saved. He got the rebound and it looked as if the rebound had gone in, but he saved that as well. And now Watford are on the counter.
Yup.
I just see people running past me. And if you ever watch it, mate, I swear, just watch me. I don't move for like 5 seconds because people just run past me.
But also too, you're sitting there like, oh shit, like what's going on?
And then, goes down the line.
Forestieri. Back pass.
As he headed it back, I promise you, like in the Matrix. The first time you watch the Matrix and he comes up and it goes slow-mo.
Yeah.
That was how I saw the whole thing. And Vin's up for a hat trick, so I know he's not leaving it. So I went, Sorry for the viewers. Fucking leave it.
That's just a clutch. That first of all, your thought process has to be like so just you're literally about to like just score. Well, first of all, score a game win. Just score a game clutch winner off of your goalkeeper saving a pen and saving a rebound, and then that shit getting booted up, man. This is what the moments are for, man. This is what it really genuinely means to be a football fan. Like just the passion and everything. And he literally hopped up in the crowd like casually.
The man who had just come off a jail sentence earlier that season.
Oh, he was. I did not know that. I didn't know he was. Wow. I didn't even know that.
And just to take it back further,
I did not know that.
Even deeper. It was remarkable that Troy Deeney was even playing in that match in the first place. All the way back in 2006, Deeney was playing for Chelmsley Town. And it just so happened that Mick Halsall, Walsall's head of youth development, was attending one of their games since his son was playing in it. There, he witnessed a young Troy Deeney score 7 while playing Hull in an 11-4 victory for Chelmsley. Deeney was offered a trial by the then League 2 club, but only attended after his Chelmsley manager got him out of bed and paid for his taxi. Walsall signed him, and he remained there until 2010, where he was signed by Watford. Then you had in the jail sentence for assault and months of playing football with an ankle monitor. And again, it was a shock that he made it that far. So
that's
that match,
crazy.
Leicester's timeline for returning to the Premier League was shifted, and their miracle season was still a possibility. Leicester were promoted in the 2013-14 season and finished 14th in the Premier League in the 2014-15 season under manager Nigel Pearson. Pearson was a solid
I do remember
manager,
that.
and the club didn't see any reason to
I wasn't. What's crazy?
Going to win them the Premier League.
What's crazy when Watford won? When Leicester won the Prem, I was in high school. I think it was still in high school when they won.
He was sacked before the start of the season. Why, you may ask?
I was a senior. I think it was junior or senior high school when that happened.
Thought it would be a good idea to record themselves racially abusing Thai prostitutes.
I remember that.
Tom Hopper, Adam Smith, and Nigel Pearson's son, James. Leicester City, having Thai owners and Thai sponsors, have no room for that sort of behavior anywhere near the club.
That's the repercussions. See, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's like you can't really be acting a fool, bro. Especially when you got Thai sponsors, bro. If you racist like that, bro, get them out, get them gone, bro. Get them gone. That's also how come too. Like in football, there's no room for racism, bro. Because like, I'm sorry, man. Fans gotta also sometimes realize or remember that shit too. Like, I get it. Like, you got banter. You can crack jokes and stuff like that. But like, some people making like monkey sounds and all that shit at like Vinny and all everything, being disrespectful to like someone like Suarez or Messi or Ronaldo. I don't get it, man. It's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know.
Terminated the contracts of all three of them.
But that's crazy. I didn't know that. And then Nigel Pearson was sacked too, which June 3rd. Okay, so no. So I was out of school when I was out of school and I was about to start, I guess, getting ready for college and shit.
Mr. Claudio Ranieri, the man who had coached the likes of Chelsea, Juventus, and Atletico Madrid.
We are in Champions League. We are in Champions League, man.
That was my next question.
Dilly dong, come on.
Yup.
But he was
and that's crazy
at that time because his managerial career was heading in the wrong direction. He had lost his job as manager of the Greek national team after a 1-0 loss to the Faroe Islands. So
damn, you got 130. Hold on, he got sacked after a 1-0 loss to the Faroe Islands, coaching Greece. Damn.
In the world to thank for his availability.
Wow.
So Leicester got their man, and now it was his turn to repay their faith. After all, many thought it was a poor decision, including his predecessor Nigel Pearson. If Leicester wanted someone nice, they've got him. If they wanted someone to keep them in the Premier League, then they may have gone for the wrong guy.
This is a guy who at the start of the season was being written off. He was the favourite to be the first manager to lose his job. Look what he's now done.
I think the thing with Ranieri, let's not forget.
That man, Jamie Carragher, bro.
He was laughed out of town, let's be honest about it. But in a one-off season, what that man's done now, he's put himself up there that he will never, ever be forgotten. This story will be told in 50, 60, maybe 100 years' time. People will still be talking about this story because it's just so rare. You know, that these type of things happen now. And
it's very rare.
They're legends now for a lifetime.
They genuinely are. for a lifetime. And when you really sit back,
with Ranieri at the helm,
and when you really sit back and think about Leicester, they fucking had they had a great season. And then after that, Conte got sent off to Chelsea. Jamie Vardy still stayed with Leicester City, or something like that. And then I don't know. It's just like they kind of like just
brought in some crucial pieces,
weird.
Like Christian.
All right, so let me look. So Shinji Okazaki, okay, N'Golo Kante, Gökhan Inler, Johan Benalouane, Daniel Armate, Damari Gray, Robert Huth, and Christian Fuchs.
Shinji Okazaki, and
wow.
Robert Huth. But the man he brought in that really changed the game.
N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante. Yep.
The club wanted Argentinian midfielder Esteban Cambiaso to sign for another year after helping them avoid the drop, but he decided to go to Olympiacos to play Champions League football instead. This meant a new midfielder was needed, and it looked like it was between N'Golo.
So he left to go play at Olympiacos, to go play in Champions League ball, and then they signed. Boy, I know he pissed.
Ferretu turned down Leicester because he thought a move to Aston Villa would be better for his career, and Conte wanted to go to Marseille. Luckily for Leicester, Marseille made a less than impressive offer.
Oh wow!
Came to England for just €9 million.
Oh, get out! 9 million? I didn't know that.
England. But a big part of that was his relationship with Leicester's Algerian winger Riyad Mahrez.
Back onto Riyad.
They did, because I was just even thinking about this, because man, when footballers get when they get those relationships, man, and those connects like that, they got a good relationship. Oh yeah, they can sway.
Him and N'Golo, they were really close. Like they were best mates.
They were always right there. Yeah, that man Mahrez, man. See, I always wonder about Riyad Mahrez too. Like he was up there, and then don't know what happened to him, man. Like I feel like I think once he left out of Leicester City, or a system that he was good in and then got out of, it just, I don't know. It's like Riyad Mahrez is like one of those players that I always wonder if he was in a different system, if he was in a different team in a different system after Leicester, if he got out of Chelsea, that whole Chelsea situation at one point, would he still be like on that top level? Would he still reach his potential? That's what I wonder.
We had a little, like a small area in the gym where there was like a couple of little goals there, and they'd like make a little, like a really small pitch, and they'd just do one-on-ones against each other.
And that's smart, man.
Who's like one of the best defensively like midfielders in the
Damn.
league. You got Riyad, who's one of the best one-on-one attackers in the league, and they were just going up against each other.
Oh yeah, and it made them, and that's the thing too, is when players like work with each other one-on-one, man, that also helps them, you know, even though like, okay, hey, I'm going up against, you know, this is my teammate, I'm going up against my teammate, but also too, I got to treat my teammate like he's an opponent. So when you get these one-on-one little battles, like after they have their training sessions and everything, it makes them better. It makes their game a little bit better over time.
From strength to strength.
His football intelligence was incredible in reading the game, you know, in his interceptions and his timing of things was.
Oh, that's wow.
N'Golo, like.
N'Golo.
Such a nice guy, but
oh yeah.
On a pitch, absolutely immense.
He is.
It didn't matter where you were, he was getting that ball back. It just started.
He was, and then he's off.
Every single player in the team had seemingly risen from obscurity, and if you'd like to hear about Conte or Vardy's story more in depth, then check out their videos on the channel.
I think Arsene Wenger made a great point.
Let me know if y'all want me to check out N'Golo Kante and Jamie Vardy's story. I know a little bit about Jamie Vardy's story because he started really late playing. He started really late playing, like actually becoming a professional. I know he started really late, but I'd like to know about their story. So let me know. Let me know in the comments.
Players was born on the red carpet in terms of none of them started in Champions League.
No,
they've all got a story to tell how they've got here.
You go from James Vardy non-league. You go to players what have been rejected at previous clubs to lifting the Premier League.
Hell yeah,
is quite
that's
incredible.
Crazy.
Leicester's win was truly a once-in-a-lifetime
Yep,
moment.
it was.
Preceded by many rare
and that was back when they were the Barclays Premier League.
And unlikely events, from a stoppage time turnaround to a racist orgy. The Leicester City story is one for the ages.
It
Thank you
is.
for watching.
It honestly is. I'm not gonna lie, and it's crazy how stuff like that can make a drastic difference for for a team, because that's like, so I even also wonder this: what if Ronaldo never left, and went to go play for Real Madrid, and he stayed with Manchester United? How would he be as good as he is now? What if Messi never left? I even think about this. There's a bunch of different what ifs that could have happened. Like, what biggest what if? Neymar's a big what if. Even also too, I think about what if Lewandowski did here's the thing. Here's the biggest what if. What if Borussia Dortmund never sold the players that they had on their team and they kept them all? Like Haaland, Jude Bellingham, Mats Hummels, Gundogan, Mario Götze, Lewandowski, dang. I mean, of course, Royce, he left and now he's playing in the MLS, but that's just to name a few of them. What if those guys never got sold off? How good would Dortmund be to this day? Would they be probably top of the league in the Bundesliga, probably dethroning or going, duking it out between Bayern almost every year? Yes, absolutely. But that's a big what if. But if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. I'm out. I'll see y'all later.